Today on Aging Untold, feeling more tired, slower, or foggy? You may have an often missed but treatable condition.
Once you make the diagnosis that the person has anemia, then it's going to fall into about 3 different categories.
We'll break down what you need to know about anemia and your potential treatment options. Plus, a common decision many families face, moving an aging parent into your home. What sounds like a loving solution may come with hidden risks.
Moving a person isn't like moving furniture.
We'll explore what's known as transfer trauma and how it can affect your parent. Then later,
it's probably not to over dramatize it or whatever, but probably saved my life.
Why his inspiration to build this manicured lawn goes much further than a hobby. Experts with advice and solutions. You're watching Aging Untold with Aging Well Coach Catherine Ambrose, gerontologist Sam Craddock, aging expert Amy O'Rourke, and board certified physician Dr. Ray Rogers. We're all getting older. It's about time we talked about it.
Welcome to Aging Untold. From symptoms including fatigue and weakness to brain fog, balance issues, and shortness of breath, anemia is a common but sometimes overlooked condition in older adults. Dr. Ray, if someone suspects anemia in themselves or a loved one, what should they do first?
Well, the first thing they would do is to go to their physician or provider and ask for a simple blood test, which will tell you yay or nay. A complete blood count will tell you whether or not you are anemic. And remember that anemia is just a symptom, it's not a diagnosis. So you have to make the diagnosis. So lab testing is going to tell you, because I always say you want to test and don't guess. Don't assume because I'm weak or assume because I'm fatigued or my memory is just because I'm getting older. So check, these are things that you can check out. So you want to test it, confirm it, and then your doctor will do the appropriate workup, because not all anemias are the same. There are different reasons why people have what they have. And the treatment is going to vary depending on the reason.
Yeah, but why would you even suspect it? So knowing the symptoms straight up has to be paramount and one of the most important things. So fatigue, weakness, dizziness, shortness of breath, brain fog, not really being able to think clearly, and being a higher fall risk. So if those things are happening, this isn't just normal aging, and it gets discounted all the time. People are like, well, you should, you're getting older.
Walk slower.
Walk slower.
Yeah.
You're getting older. You shouldn't have as much energy. Look, if you don't have as much energy as you think you should have, and I get that you've never been this age before, and especially if there's a marked decline, then be getting the blood test that you're recommending and be finding out why.
And I would think that because you're going to the physician once a year, or the annuals and all that, those are usually standard blood tests that should be picked up.
Yeah.
Right. To give it some context, the statistic that really scared me the most was in nursing homes, anemia rate is between 48 to 63%.
Right.
So if you're out there and you have an older person that you're taking care of and they're in the nursing home, it's really critical that you talk to the staff, talk to their doctor, talk to the nurses, because it's easily going to be chalked up to something else. The other symptoms that I read about that were so unusual was tongue inflammation, brittle nails. Which I thought, you can really chalk off brittle nails easily for a lot of different reasons, right? And then craving things that aren't food, dirt, clay, paper. So if there's anybody out there watching and that's happened to you, you're not crazy.
Right.
Medical symptom is what you want to do.
I think people will recognize that, especially when they're pregnant. People will crave clay, because when you're pregnant,
your body needs something.
You're anemic, but it's not that you're really anemic. It's what we call delusional anemic. So like I tell people, if you have that cup and you have hot chocolate in it, and it tastes so good, so you want more hot chocolate, so you put more water in there, you don't get more, it gets diluted. So your body still thinks it's anemic and all that. But that's really interesting, because when you start to have the things like the tongues and things like that, sometimes it's the dentist who pick up the anemia because of the tongue, but those are deficiencies, because you're missing the vitamins that you need.
That's why they pull out your tongue when you're at the dentist for a lot of other reasons too. So here's a myth that I wonder about. Everybody talks about diet and iron deficiency and things that you should eat to boost your iron. I also hear a lot of people talk about getting constipated, if they increase their iron. So medically, can you talk to me about that?
Yeah, well, basically, once you make the diagnosis that the person has anemia, then it's going to fall into about 3 different categories. It's going to be a production category or lack thereof. You're not making the vitamins or the nutrients or iron, so you can't produce, or the bone marrow can't make it, or you're either having a loss somewhere. Maybe you have a blood loss somewhere that's hidden and you don't know it, or maybe you have an acute blood loss, you had surgery. Or maybe those blood cells are getting destroyed quicker than they're getting produced. Maybe you have some kind of a condition, autoimmune or something like that. And then you have the genetics that are going on there too, like people who have sickle cell.
So fight for yourself, coach yourself up, and fight for yourself, fight for your loved ones. Like, we want to know what is wrong. There's
You know what's
something going on.
interesting? If you're 30 years old and you started getting more fatigued and dizzy, people will take a look at that.
Yeah.
But if you're 80, they'll say, oh, you know, you're 80.
You're just getting
You're
older.
getting older.
Yeah, and I think it's real important for everybody to know anemia is not a diagnosis. It's a symptom of something underlying. So find out what that is. Find your why, what you say all the time, and make sure that you ask those doctors, you know, don't let somebody discount you just because you're older. Make sure you're getting the information you need to live the longest, healthiest lifestyle that you can.
If you think breast cancer is a woman's disease, think again.
Men can get breast cancer.
We'll show you why men are also at risk and what symptoms you need to know. But first, there may be an unexpected emotional cost of moving your aged loved one into your home.
Give them as much control as possible when they're in their new environment.
We'll explain transfer trauma and how to help your family avoid unnecessary stress.
When an older loved one faces a major life change, families may rush to help, sometimes making quick decisions about relocation. But these well-intentioned moves can trigger transfer trauma, which can have a real emotional and psychological toll. Amy, why is timing so critical after a life-changing event?
I think the first thing I'd want to explain is transfer trauma is a real thing, and it's trauma. And then I think of it like a continuum. Like, you have a move and then you have anxiety with a move. But if you have transfer trauma, it's physical, lost weight, inflammation, falling, confusion, disorientation. If it's kind of normal move anxiety, it's more on the emotional end. But I think the critical piece of information is kind of expect there to be some reaction. But if it's on the severe end, you need to know exactly what to do. I know you've had a lot of experience with this.
This is actually my specialty, and so what I would say is that anytime your older loved one participates in the decision and in this discussion, and hopefully it's their idea and they've really bought into it, they automatically are going to be a lot happier. When they feel that it's been forced on them, then that's when they may move in with a great deal of sadness. And sometimes they've left people no choice because they did not plan ahead, they did not let wishes be known, they waited too long, and they forced someone's hand to make a medical decision that was probably critical. And so that's, you know, and every situation is different, but what I'll say is that rush decisions risk making mistakes that could cause future moves, and now you're just maybe having a cascade of transfer traumas. And so you want to be very thoughtful in where you move, and I would get professional help on that. And then also manage the chaos and the timeline. Throwing a senior into chaos because of a move is not wise. Best practice is we get moved first where we're going and we get settled. We call it resettle. Get totally resettled. Maybe some things you figure out don't work in the apartment, send them back, you're bringing more stuff, and totally getting it to feel like home. And your loved one does not need to be in the middle of all the sorting and just the chaos of vendors and contractors coming in, or certainly home showings. And so there's definitely a lot of people out there that can help make it smoother and follow that timeline so it's much easier. And they're not seeing their life dismantled right in front of them.
Right. And a quick reminder, moving a person isn't like moving furniture.
Right.
And so familiarity for our aged community is actually medicine. And so it's really important to note that this isn't just about a move. Transfer trauma exists many times for a visit, for a vacation, for a hospitalization, for a rehabilitation. And it can show up in a number of ways. The worst being delirium, which is that hyper state of confusion that can happen. And we see that oftentimes, and it gets discounted and misdiagnosed as, well, it's just an onset of dementia, or it's a worsening of the dementia, when it's really just that hyper state of confusion.
From the medical standpoint, it really is not aware in the hospitals, and the staff does not know. And so I think just education in the hospital staff and all that to recognize this is a real entity.
Yeah, I think recognizing what the symptoms can be and what you can do to help manage them. Like how many, and I don't know, this is TMI, how many have a traveler bowel issue? Lots of people. Bowel movements don't happen when they're not in a familiar place. And so we move our aged community who already have bowel issues because of dehydration and other things. And then we're wondering, why are you agitated? Why are you confused? Why are you frustrated? Why are you in pain? Well, when did you poop?
Yeah.
I mean,
And the other thing I think about, give them as much control as possible when they're in their new environment.
Yeah.
As many decisions as you can give them, let them have decision and some power and autonomy in this move.
yeah, and limit the amount of moves. Don't go from hospital to rehab to home to rehab to hospital. Try to limit the amount of moves. So if you're going to be moving your aged person to a new home, move them once if you can. Don't move them and decide the food's not good 3 weeks later and move them again.
Try the food first.
Try the food
make
first.
Sure it's going to make sure that you've really made a professionally advised move so that you're not moving within 6 months.
Still ahead.
You just see everything that God created, and you just calm. It just brings peace.
The inspiration behind this piece of paradise. But first,
Men do have small amounts of breast tissue behind each nipple.
we expose the surprising truth about male breast cancer and why it's often missed. Find more Aging Untold content on your favorite social platform. You can follow Aging Untold on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok now.
According to the American Cancer Society, 1 in 8 women will get breast cancer during their lifetime. But women aren't the only ones at risk. In this medical mythbuster, Viv Williams breaks down a big misconception that men can't get breast cancer.
Men can't get breast cancer because it's a woman's disease. That is one big myth.
Men can get breast cancer.
Dr. Christine Clausen, director of the Diagnostic Breast Clinic at Mayo Clinic, says a man's risk of developing breast cancer is approximately 1 in 1,000.
But for some men, particularly men who have a strong family history of breast cancer or a family history of gene mutations, such as the BRCA2 mutation, that risk can be as high as about 6 in 100.
How can that be if men don't have breasts?
Men do have small amounts of breast tissue behind each nipple.
Which is where most male breast cancer lumps develop. But she adds that even if men do notice lumps, they often delay seeing a provider because they don't know they're at risk or they may be embarrassed.
But it's important for us to be able to catch it as early as possible so that we can have less intense treatments and better outcomes.
Clausen says treatment for male breast cancer is similar to what many women with breast cancer experience, a mastectomy, which is the surgical removal of breast tissue. There are also estrogen blockers to prevent the disease from coming back and sometimes radiation.
This is an image of a man with breast cancer.
Clausen says most men don't need regular screening like women do, but for those at high risk, screening mammography could help detect cancer early. She says anytime a man notices a lump, he should have it evaluated because early detection saves lives. With this medical mythbuster, I'm Viv Williams.
Yeah, that is so true. A lot of men think that they can't get breast cancer because that is a woman's disease. In reality, if you have tissue in any organ, it can become cancerous. So it's not gender specific.
Yeah.
And so you
Cancer
see it-
doesn't care.
Yeah,
It's
it
pretty
doesn't care.
non-discriminatory.
It doesn't care about your gender. It doesn't care about your race.
Yeah,
So if I'm a man then, should I be doing regular breast checks?
Well, you want to pay attention. So if you actually feel that there's a lump or something's developing, you don't want to ignore it. I think they just think that, it's not a pimple or something like that.
Right.
It's easier for a man to feel a lump than it is for a woman because they don't have as much breast tissue and not as dense. But I think, I don't know if you guys ever saw it, but A Million Little Things. It was a series that was on TV, and it highlighted men's breast cancer because the main character actually passes away with breast cancer.
Yeah.
And he's a man.
And I think it's interesting, the treatment is going to be about the same, the mastectomy and all that, but it's also interesting when they talk about estrogen blockers. So that's a little, I know in traditional medicine, they believe that the hormones cause the cancer. So that's interesting. I think
Well, and as a breast cancer survivor, which is what moved you into the functional
medicine, to really understand what was really going on and what's really driving the disease, start looking for the other things that are creating the inflammation, which is allowing things to develop.
Yeah, allowing the cells not to replicate normally.
I want to hear more about what you were going to say, because as an OBGYN, and now you're really focused on helping people with cellular health. What do you
My
find
belief
interesting?
is that chronic inflammation is the driver of everything, and that really there's only one disease, and that's chronic inflammation. It's how you manifest it. Some people manifest it as cancer, some people manifest it as dementia, some people manifest it as diabetes, autoimmune disease. It's the same disorder, so go after what's causing the abnormality.
Okay.
All right, root cause.
Root cause.
Find your why.
After the break, his backyard is his prized possession.
As God says, when you have a gift, you got to share it. This is a huge gift.
How he hopes it can help those in need.
One man's backyard is so transformative, you might think you're in Florida rather than Wisconsin, with water, sand, and wildlife. Reporter Jeff Alexander says a difficult diagnosis inspired him to build it, and now he hopes to share it with those who need it most.
In a neighborhood on the southeast side of Appleton, there is a backyard you truly need to see to believe. It belongs to Dennis Nagin, along with all the birds and butterflies.
They'll be all over this, and then there's orange milkweed here too.
And the turtles, frogs, and fish.
I will throw this food out over there. Should be within minutes.
Make that seconds.
Whoop, look at that.
That call this little oasis home.
It's probably not to over dramatize it or whatever, but probably saved my life, because when I'm depressed or just the body ain't working, you just come out here, and it's just like most people. You go in the woods and you just see everything that God created, and you just calm. It just brings peace.
Aside from his career that included starting a business and working in healthcare management, Dennis coached basketball for decades. In 2010, just as he achieved his dream of coaching the Lawrence University women's team, he felt something wasn't right with his body. Doctors diagnosed Dennis with severe systemic rheumatoid arthritis, which destroys tendons and joints in the body and attacks the heart, lungs, eyes, and other organs.
I had to give up coaching, I had to give up working at a job. I had to give up most of my volunteering. So you lose your life, you lose your identity, and then you got to start rebuilding, and it's very difficult.
But then, out of the blue in 2013, Dennis had a vision.
One day I woke up in the middle of the night, and whether it was God or whatever, said, build a pond. And I drew that note down. The next day I got up, I got pictures. I came out here with a big rope, and I laid out a rope. Everybody thought I was crazy. And I said, I want to build a pond.
He named it Memory Lake in honor of his late parents. Over the last 10 years, Dennis's family and friends, especially his grandkids, have enjoyed Memory Lake, which is stocked with perch.
My goal is always share it with somebody like Children's Hospital, Make-A-Wish Foundation, for the parents that are struggling in stress. Come here for a day. Come here for an hour. Just come out instead of being in a lunchroom. Come out here and relax. I'll throw on a burger on the grill for you. I'll buy it.
Dennis is praying that final wish comes true.
Beautiful story. I am a water person, and being near water instantly puts me at peace. And that story resonated with me for a lot more reasons. When he said, when you lose your life, lose your identity. When you lose your identity, your role, it really can shake you to your core. And then he had that dream. God said, build a pond. And he woke up and wrote that down so he wouldn't forget. That kind of thing happens to me all the time. And I really feel like if we listen to those internal cues, and that voice knows what to do. It knows your mission.
But I think you're at a fork in the road when you're going through something. You're either going to go down or you're going to go through and up. And I love the stories where they go through and up.
Yeah.
Well, autoimmunity is really
make you.
Yeah, autoimmunity is really interesting. And what he did was, from an integrative standpoint, he provided one of the treatments. So people don't understand that when you have an autoimmune disorder, you have options. You have more than just the option of the medicines that traditionally gives you. Autoimmunity, from an integrative standpoint, you have to look at vitamin deficiencies, hormonal deficiencies, look at your gut for the inflammation. Stress is a huge one. So he treated himself with the stress to bring down, because the body's all connected. The stress will break down the gut, your immune system is in your gut, and it leads to autoimmunity.
Yeah, I've said it. I'm autoimmune, and you can either live with it or you can let it take your life.
Yeah.
And he chose to live with it and make the best out of his life.
We're all getting older, and it's about time we talk about it. Until next time on Aging Untold.
On the next Aging Untold, someone has to make the tough calls when a loved one can't.
So it's, do I hire hospice? Do I bring in home care? Do I pay money? Do I sell the house to pay for care? Those kinds of scenarios are weighty.
We'll look at the emotional toll of being a healthcare decision maker and share ways for you to handle the pressure.